So Arizona, apart from being a top model, you are also famous because you're a climate activist and you love the planet and you saw it and we admire you for that. In what ways has climate change changed your perspective on life in general?
I love this question because the answer is it has changed my perspective on everything, my activism. And I love it so much. And quite contrary to what you may think if you're not into activism yet, that activism would surely be hard and it would make you feel sad because you were learning everything about climate change. And it was so kind of stressful to learn about the climate and the crisis that we're in. But in fact, I have found that I feel better and better the more I know about the climate crisis because I'm feeling like I do something about it. I'm taking action. And I speak to other activists who find this too, that when you become an activist and you start caring deeply about the earth and about the future and about climate change and you start educating yourself, you actually feel happier, more excited about the future, and everything gets better in life. I have a much deeper sense of purpose and meaning in my life, and I love it.
Perfect. And how did your journey with sustainability begin? How and when?
My journey began about 6 years ago when I had already been a model for 6 years. And I realized that I didn't know enough about the clothes that the industry was making that I was helping to sell. And so I started learning simply about fabrics and where do they come from and how are they grown and what are the dyes that are used and how are they shipped across the world to make clothes. And I just learned, oh my gosh, this is so negative, the impact that these clothes are having on the environment. And I started to look at clothes completely differently. And I would highly recommend educating yourself on where your clothes come from, because as soon as you do that, it becomes really easy to choose sustainable clothes because you no longer want any clothes that aren't. Like I can walk into a shop and see a sequin dress I know it's made of plastic. I know that it came from a factory in China or India and people were not paid well enough at all to sew those sequins on. And I don't even want the dress. So I don't have to live a life of denial where I tell myself, oh, don't get that and don't get that and not that and not that. I simply don't want these things. And it's just such a place of freedom to be in, where your knowledge of all the stuff that you could be buying protects you from buying the wrong things.
Nice, perfect. What are your daily habits that helps you minimize your environmental impact? Can you share us some tips in order to follow your example, maybe?
Of course.
Yes.
On a daily basis, I'm trying to minimize my negative impacts and also increase my positive impacts on the earth, because the way I like to think of it is that the earth really likes that we're here. We are not a parasite that is here to destroy the planet. We are actually, when we're being respectful humans who are grateful, the earth can feel that we're here and loves our presence. So build a relationship between yourself and the earth, which sounds crazy at first, but it's actually really fun when you start doing it. Just do little meditations every day to close your eyes and go sink down below you and explore that space. Bring your consciousness down to the earth being below you, because the earth is one being. It's not a flat map like the way we've all gotten used to looking at the earth. But there is a being below us. And so we can call on wisdom from Native American traditions, from indigenous traditions all over the world, who call the earth our mother. And then it's much easier to realize, oh, of course she's a being, because if she was our mother. So that's how we can begin having a positive impact. And here are some tips on how to reduce our negative impacts, which is, of course, about the stuff that we buy, because every time you buy something, you have a choice, and you can buy something that's from a business that is doing everything it can. And now we're so lucky. There are many of these businesses around, and Aveda is obviously one of my favorites. I would say if you're gearing up to buy anyone Christmas presents, think of the Philip Lim collection between Aveda and Philip Lim. It's just gorgeous hair accessories. I love them so much. And they have been made with the most attention to detail when it comes to sustainability. So it's all recycled polyester and wooden hairbrushes and organic cotton hair towel and just gorgeous, gorgeous things. And really, anytime that you want to buy something, whether it's a present for somebody else or just your dish brush that you need to wash your dishes, you can do a little bit of research, and now it's super easy. You just type the word sustainable into the internet before whatever you need. So sustainable dish brush will do really well. And then loads of options will come up that are made by companies who are using natural materials and who are having a much lower impact on the environment. So I highly recommend that in skincare, in fashion, in shoes, in your homeware, in everything that you need.
Perfect. So tell us 3 reasons why you love Aveda.
I love Aveda because I trust that every single bit of research has been done on every product, that every product is having the best impact possible. And it's also the highest performing products. They do not compromise between performance and sustainability. And I just think that's amazing. And I wish every business would become like this. So those are my first 2. And the third reason is that I love the way the products look. The beautiful recycled plastic bottles are in such amazing colors. It's a really fun product to have in your bathroom.
Perfect. And tell us the 3 Aveda products that you can live without. Ever since you use them, you know, they're always there.
The first one I will tell you about is a leave-in mask, which I love because it kind of makes the texture a little bit thicker as well. So I use it as a styling product and definitely under styling products. And it's called the Botanical Repair Leave-In Conditioning Treatment. And it's so nice. So that, and then also the volumizing spray is one of my all-time favorites. It's such a beautiful brown bottle. Brown is my favorite color. And so this is that's the first one, the leave-in strengthening.
Yes, I know. The
treatment. And the second one I've run out of, I have this as an example. This is the thickening tonic, which is similar to the volumizing tonic, and they both come in the same brown bottle, and I love those 2 a lot. They're amazing.
This is an older product, I think.
And this one's a classic. Yeah, okay. And this one's a new product. Exactly. That one's one that's just arrived. And this one's been around for ages because it's so good, and we will need it for the rest of our lives. And what I also love, and this one, the product itself is amazing, but what I really, really love is the color of the packaging. It's amazing to get a recycled plastic in this color, because it's often recycled plastic comes in like a nice shade of gray. And then this is not gray at all.
No. And it's also glowing. It's the one with a pomegranate. It's the mask. You don't remember?
This one is, it's just the Nutriplenish range, which is, and this one is the mask. Yeah. I love the Nutriplenish range. I don't think it might have pomegranate in it. Yeah, I'm just looking at the ingredients. I love reading ingredients. It's so much fun, especially when you know all the ingredients in here are actually healthy for the planet instead of destroying the planet, which often you find if the ingredients list is like that long on a product and it's all these
you just don't take it. Yes, because Aveda has the blacklist ingredients. So in 2021, Aveda announced that almost all its products are 100% vegan. How do you feel that you are a part of this, that Aveda chose you to be the international beauty advocate of the brand?
I am so, so proud to be Aveda's global advocate for sustainability. And I have been now for coming up to a year. I started with them in the beginning of January of this year, 2021, when they launched when they made their big announcement after years of changing their recipes to incorporate vegan recipes into all their products, which was really important to them because of course, respect to all living beings, that we need to stop this kind of intensification of farming of animals and using animals as if they're a product. instead of living sentient beings. And I am so proud to be involved with a business that is as careful and thoughtful and intelligent as aveda is when it comes to everything.
Okay, so to sum up, what would you recommend to the young generation that love fashion and wants to be in fashion, but also love the planet and want to be a part of its salvation? What would you say to them? A message, let's say.
My message to anybody who loves the planet, but also wants to be fashionable, which of course is you're right. Everyone deserves to express themselves in whatever way they need to. So I would say, first of all, go secondhand, buy vintage, because then you can buy whatever you want. If it's secondhand, it can be plastic. That's fine. It can be polyester. That's fine. Don't buy those things new though. And then the second thing is buy from brands. If you are going to buy new, buy from a brand that is paying attention, because there are amazing businesses now and they need your support. They need you to stop spending your money with the businesses that are hurting the planet, and they need you to start spending your money with them. And it really means a lot to these small sustainable brands. To get one purchase from you is just amazing. And they're so pleased. And personally, that makes me feel really proud when I know that I'm supporting a business who's doing great things. It just feels so good. And the third thing that we can all do is, of course, buy less. Just think about what you really, really need.
Yes.
Instead, take a walk in nature instead. Look at your shopping habits. Are you shopping to fulfill a void inside you? How else could you fulfill that void? And that's a really important and big question. And I ask myself that all the time, because I find myself too sometimes going, what do I need right now? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? And actually, sometimes I just need to take a nap, or I just need to take a walk in nature. And then I feel good again. And I don't need to turn to buying stuff as a remedy.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your time.
So nice to see you.
It was nice to see you and talk to you about this.
Lovely to talk to you about this too. Thank you so much for being interested.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.